What is up, tankers? Spang here, bringing you another World Tanks gameplay commentary. This time it is another video sent in from Minnow and his buddy Carl Donitz. Now this is Minnow's replay, obviously, and it is a standard battle on Arctic region because there is no other kind of battle on Arctic region. It is a tier 8 match with only 4 tier 8s per team, and the enemy team having a strong number of KV5s. If you recall, in one of my previous videos, I stated that the KV5 was the mouse of tier 8, and I stand by that claim, so quite a bit of an uphill battle for Minnow and Carl here. Certainly not what I would consider even. The KV5s are going to prove to be quite the formidable force, though we will see exactly how these two handle it. We both know, well, I say we both, as if I'm talking to just one viewer. Yeah, not quite. But we do know that these two work exceptionally well together as a team. And here we see a very interesting split. Carl moving up that center area, perhaps going to get himself killed, but it doesn't look like that will be the case. He seems to be safe. For the moment, there's very minimal artillery per each team. Only one tier 4. The Panzer IV's saying that this team has apparently already lost. I wouldn't quite write him off just yet. Minnow asking for some help. His team really not doing much to back him up. He does have Carl to support him from the south, but the majority of Minnow's team going on that southern ridge, that push. The enemy team feeling confident in pushing that southern area, I'm guessing simply due to the fact of how small of an impact artillery does have on this match. Now, this KV5 going to be quite difficult for Minnow to get through. He is still using standard AP shells. He has not switched over to premium shells, of which he carries 2. So it's not like switching to those premium shells will really do much of anything. That SU 122-44, if I recall correctly, that is the premium. I could be mistaken, but I do believe that is a premium tank destroyer. Trying to push up the center, getting eliminated by a KV-1S. Quite the potent weapon. The KV-1S I'm referring to. Definitely, when it has the 122, that is a heavy hitting gun. And 2 ARL-44s in this KV-5, proving to be somewhat problematic for Minnow. A Tiger and another Type 59. A little further in the back, Carl taking quite the offensive posture here, rushing in probably to his death. I'm saying that's going to be unfortunate, but he's doing what he can to help support Minnow. Minnow bouncing quite a few shells himself, proving to be just as difficult to get through as that KV-5, and the turret armor on the Type 59 has proven to be formidable, especially against a lower penetration gun like the KV-5. KV-5 shooting nothing but Minnow's track, and for those of you unfamiliar, the KV-5 does have a low penetration gun, at least when compared to other tier 8 tanks. So certainly not something you want to go up against. I do believe the Type 59 has a higher penetration gun than even the KV-5, which still can't seem to get through the Type 59's frontal armor. Minnow backing up here, trying to get away from this KV-5, apparently going just as fast in reverse as the KV-5 goes forward, and tracking the KV-5, stopping him right where he was trying to run him over. Carl getting himself eliminated. He will get scout and patrol duty. Patrol duty is essentially you spot enough tanks, and then those tanks proceed to get eliminated while you have them spotted. So Carl doing his part for his team, though not managing to get a single kill. Unfortunately, he certainly served well as a scout. This match still very winnable by both teams. It is 5-for-5. Though I have to say Minnow's team has lost somewhat of more important tanks at this point. The Type 59 proving to be very sturdy, bouncing quite the number of shells. This KV-5 about to get lit up simply because it does have that one very weak spot on its front, that little R2-D2 unit that is the weak spot of the KV-5, the bane of its existence. The Type 59 Minnow proving to be more than a match for that KV-5. Apparently that KV-5 player, the epitome of wallet warriors, and having not really that great of an idea of what he is doing. Honestly, if you know what you're doing in a KV-5, you should be able to take on a Type 59 if you approach it properly. Like I said, you do have a lower damage gun, not lower damage, but a lower penetration gun, and that makes it quite difficult to play the KV-5 in some situations, but it should have been able to handle a Type 59 if that player was worth anything. This Tiger certainly going to have a difficult time fighting this Type 59. Minnow has the significant advantage here, and the Tiger really having not a chance of survival unless he got lucky with an ammo rack. Minnow, apparently a shell getting eaten by spaced armor. This match looking very much in his team's favor, and there we go. It was several versus 2. I don't even know how many enemy tanks were basically trying to just simply mow over Minnow and Carl, but in that Panzer IV-S trying to help out a bit. Minnow, surprised he actually managed to survive. Carl, like I said, certainly doing his part, getting patrol duty and scout, and he says he is nearly out of ammo with only 8 AP shells left. He is certainly running low. This enemy Type 59 proving to be quite useless. He has 1 kill, though if he was up here in the north helping the KV-5 and those other tanks push, it would have been a lot more favorable for the enemy team. Hey, they actually probably would have been able to kill Minnow, and then this match might have gone very differently. Minnow has 3 kills at this point. I do believe he will get the kill on this Type 59. Not quite yet. I don't know if he does or does not. I did get the post-game screenshots, but I do not recall whether or not he gets the kill on this 59, but there we go. Yes, he does. Quite well done, my friend. The T-29 being the last remaining tank on the enemy team. This battle originally being pretty even, now very much one-sided. That T-29 having not even the slightest chance of winning this for his team. All about the T-29 for botting apparently the enemy team, thinking that T-29 is nothing more than a bot, though he did ram that Cromwell off the edge. Quite entertaining. It's certainly unfortunate for the Cromwell, but hey, he was the one who got himself in that position in the first place. The Cromwell is a fast-moving tank. He should have been able to dodge that T-29's charge that would ram him off the edge. Minnow getting down to his last armor-piercing shell, getting the 5th kill. Not quite Top Gun. He was 1 tank away from Top Gun. If I seem a little out of it, that is because it is late and I am about to go to bed. But I figured I'd bring you guys a replay before I did so. Anyway, Minnow doing very well for himself, earning over 2,000 experience premium, not on a double, that is just straight up, so very well played, doing over 4,000 points of damage, and I cannot remember how many shots he took. Quite a significant amount if he did over 4,000 points of damage. He did manage to bounce, I do believe, 17 shots, or he took a total of 17 shots, well, absorbed a total of 17 shots. He did not fire 17 shots, although it is possible. But you get what I'm saying. He bounced quite a significant number of shells, earning himself steel wall, and like I said, his buddy there, Carl, doing quite the scouting role, getting patrol duty and scout. So well played by both of them. Like I said, this match starting out quite even, but then turning completely one-sided. I stand by what I say, that KV-5 was totally the definition of Wallet Warrior in that Type 59 on the enemy team, proving to be quite useless. He got 1 kill, but really if he had been on the front lines engaging Minnow and helping that KV-5 out, it's very likely Minnow would not have survived. And that would have probably played a huge factor in how this match turned out altogether. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened on the southern push, but it does seem like the fact that Minnow's team sent most of their tanks there, and the enemy team probably sent approximately half of their tanks. Yeah, that's just, unless your team is stupid and throws their tanks away into the meat grinder and giving the enemy free kills, you're going to win that front. And the enemy team doing just that in the north to Minnow. So, good job, Minnow. Way to take him out 1 by 1. That's how you have to handle those outnumbered situations. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that type of play style. Anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And as always, if you've got a replay, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. There will be protocol video on exactly how you should submit coming very soon, because I need to get a system in place for how many replays you guys are sending me. But anyway, emails in the description. And this has been Spang, and I'm signing off.